Hello, Cincinnati. Good morning. We are at Suburban Bowl on the east side of town in Cincinnati, and we welcome you. I'm David Newrath, Jennifer Kleekamp. We've been bringing you shows now for 7 weeks, and Jennifer, what do we got today?
Well, we have our usual 189 and under division starting us off, and indeed we are at Suburban Bowl, and you ought to come and check this place out. It's absolutely gorgeous. We have Scott Lykowski and Dan Taleff. They had a little bit lower scores than usual, but I think we're going to see some good action today.
Action's the name of the game, so let's get on with the game. What do you say? Cincinnati, stay tuned, don't go away. We'll be back in 2 and 2. You be with us, okay? Number 1 about to get underway, Jennifer, in our 189 and under division, Suburban Bowl. We are on the east side of town in Batavia.
David, I had such a fantastic time here bowling at Suburban Bowl. Lee Gann, who's the proprietor here, is just so gracious and so nice, and his place is gorgeous.
Get a little shot of Lee later on, but we're looking at the 4-6 right now. Not a good way to start the match.
No, especially never being on TV before. Scott Lykowski, age 34, married to Gail. 2 children, Lauren and Justin.
Taking 1 pin, the 4-pin out, opening with 9 in the first frame. Not exactly the way you want to start the match, but a lot of time left.
Now we're going to check out Dan Taleff.
Dan on the right-hand lane. That ball gets away from him big time and crossing over, but gets the maximum return on a terrible shot.
Yeah, he really got it into the oil, Dave, and it just held right there on the Brooklyn side. Dan Taleff, age 30. Kind of interesting, both of these gentlemen bowl at Western Bowl in the early league on Tuesday evenings, but not in the same league.
Well, that means they don't face each other, but they are today. Let's see what happens.
Again, he got it in, David. This time it held up, but stayed high on the head pin.
Breaking down the split and leaving only the 4-7. Of course, he should go cross alley for this spare, and even in the 189 and under division, this should be a fairly easy spare to bring back.
For those of you that have never been out here to Suburban Bowl, it's right next to the Ford plant. They have a really nice restaurant and a great lounge with what I hear is a great band, David.
I've never been out here, but someday I'll have to rent a room.
That's right.
Since we're from the east side, and participate in the activities here.
Excellent shot there.
Fantastic shot, right-hand lane. Gets his composure back and comes after with a beautiful shot here and just throws right about the second arrow, the 10th board. The ball held up nicely. 1-3 pocket fills up and every pin in the pit.
He has very good roll on the ball, David. Getting good leverage. And again high.
Good extension on that shot, actually, Jennifer. I expected the ball to go a little longer, but maybe that ball or that particular lane is hooking a little bit more. We'll talk to the players later.
Scott Lykowski is a 5-step approach, full fingertip. Throwing a Rhino Pro today.
Cross lane for the same spare, and he brings it back with equal ease.
Strike and spare for both. Of course, Mr. Lykowski had the open in the first. That looks good, David. Just a little deflection.
The 2-4-5-8. There you see his age, 30, 187, the average qualifying score for today's show, 6:15, his very first television appearance.
And a high game at 279. Wow.
Not the typical way to make it, but I'm sure he'll take it.
David, it appears as if there's a lot of hold in the middle of the lane. So if these guys just get it in, the ball just slides, and hopefully they can get it to slide right into the pocket.
Well, the great thing about seeing that particular shot is that when the next grade of bowlers come out, they will be able to figure this shot out, and their style of bowling adapts more quickly to that shot, Jennifer.
Appears to be pulling the ball pretty hardly, David. I don't know if that could be a little timing, a little glitch in his timing today.
First time on television, I don't know. Glitches in timing seems to be a regular thing here for first-time appearances, but not always. Some of our players come out cool and comfortable and just really surprise us.
Well, he's sparing right along, so that's the way you have to do it. Filling frames.
Mr. Taff. Yeah, let's see, +6 at this point.
Both of these gentlemen bowl only one time a week. Both averaging 187. Excellent shot.
Great shot.
Very relaxed on that release there, David. Got through the ball very well. Averaging, as I said, 187. 624 is a little bit lower than what we've been used to. It's been hanging around the 650 or 60 range, and he has a high game of 290.
Left-hand lane, great extension.
For a double, yes.
What extension on this, and that's the key to his game, I believe. The long arm swing going straight at the target. Let's watch it. Keep your eyes on his arms, ladies and gentlemen. It will continue through, lets the ball go, goes out at his target, away from his body, not pulling it over. Another look at it from the back. Great shot, guys. Thank you in the truck.
Come here on Sports Center. You know, on second thought, there's no need to file that missing persons report. Jose shows.
Get him.
Relaxed. Looks like this could be a good one here, David.
Well, we've got a station break coming up, and all of you can get relaxed by running to the fridge, getting a cold Pepsi, or one of those cold Miller products that we love so well. So listen to the commercial from the refrigerator, but I'm sure you can get there from here, and we'll be back with some more bowling and the conclusion of match number 1 when we come back in just a couple of minutes. So please stay with us. BPA, King of Bowling, we are back. There's Chris O'Brien in the foreground. One of our new sponsors this year, WGR. Playing some of the best oldies in town, 1960s, some of my favorites.
Scott Lykowski on a double. Oh, it just seemed like his speed was a little slow that time. He wasn't as firm.
Coming out of the station break sometime, you'll have a tendency to do that, Jennifer, as you know. Station breaks, of course, we saw the ABC and WIBC spots, and the American Bowling Congress is what that stands for, and that again is the governing organization that keeps the rules and regulations of our favorite sport in line. And they pass out a ton of awards every year, and down through the years been lucky enough to receive a lot of these things. But they've this year in the city tournament, for example, Tri-State Bowling Supply. Wow, look at that. What a surprise,
Tri-State.
Huh? Hey.
Yeah.
They just happen to be one of our favorite sponsors. Their team posted a 3307.
Wow.
To win that division. Len Ramsey, Steve Gilpey, George Hensley,
Paul Massman,
and Al Runkle. Yeah, it's a couple of left-handers on that sheet, but I'm bowling with those guys on a regular basis. They're doing well. Doubles, scratch, and handicap.
the team of Pollard and Pollard.
Pollard and Pollard. Ricky and Ron. 14-13, not too shabby.
kind of match going on here, David. These guys are getting awfully serious on us. Dan just pounding the pocket that time.
18 pins separating the two players right now, and as you said, Jennifer, for $500, things will start to get serious.
You bet.
Is it there?
Oh, bad break there. You know, last time he fried the rack on that lane, David, and this time he just got a little bit of deflection, a bad break.
Let's see if we can spot the negative response on the replay here. I believe it's going to be the head pin driving the 2 pins. Watch the center of your screen. Head pin right there. It hits it, drives the 2 pin right between the 4 and the 5. Neither one goes down. Bad break.
Oh.
Great attempt at it, however.
Very great. Narrowly missing. Well, Scott can do some damage here now. He's on a strike. 117 up in the 6th frame. Taking a little extra time.
Yeah, he is. He knows this shot could be the match. Right-hand lane. Let's watch.
Looks good. Wow.
Good extension, weak 10 pin.
David, some other high qualifiers this week. Carl Harris, Ray Thacker, Darrell Doan, and David Meininger.
Oh, we've always got that Meininger carry out here. Watch it. Right-hand side of your screen. The culprit's the 6 pin. Watch it go to the channel and just basically die on you. That's the weak 10, ladies and gentlemen. Not a clear roll, not a clean roll. The ball not quite finishing through the area there where it needs to be, and he pulls the ball past the 10.
David, to me, the 10 pin seems to always be the true test of being on TV. There's just a little bit of added pressure there.
Also, when you have to make one for 800.
That's right. Jeez.
The ball
I've had that happen too.
Ball gains about 20 pounds.
9th and 10th frame coming up for both players. Scott will bowl his 9th, sit down, and Dan will get up and bowl his 9th and 10th.
16 pins. Great shot on the left-hand lane. Not being rewarded at all. That time was not a weak 10. That was a strong 10. We mentioned the ABC. We have some representatives in the crowd. We'll get to them a little later on.
David, they also have their Hall of Fame Awards banquet coming up on April 22nd. The cost is $10, and that is a great event. It's going to be at the Eagle View Lodge this year.
I guess it's expanded. Yeah, look at this, Jennifer.
Was that a replay?
Oh, no. No, unfortunately, that was live. And I'll tell you what, a second breath. This is almost a put-away shot here with a mark in the 9th frame. It's close. It's there. I like this guy, Jennifer.
Dan has a great crowd behind him, too. They are just really rooting him home.
It's like a shark. He smells a little blood, and he just went in for the kill, didn't he?
You bet. Well, Scott Lykowski has thrown the ball very well this game. Just ran into a few problems with the 10 pin, but he has nothing to be embarrassed about.
If he can strike out here, finish with a nice game.
Oh, yeah, trip to 4, yeah. He's stomping his foot and everything.
Yep, this game is over. That clinched it for us. The 4 pin tripping out late. Let's see, this is the shot that will put the match in the bag and the money in his pocket. 4 pin, left side of your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Watch it. Kicks out gently, and does he like it? He knows that's a big shot. Yes, $500, baby.
That's great.
And if you're going to leave it,
that's the right place to do it.
We'll finish out with a very respectable 2-0 game. If he makes this, that'd be 209, but I predict 208. What the heck, go for it, right? Maybe 207. Whoops, gonna fit it up.
Oh, we didn't plan on that one.
There's one we didn't play.
It's Sunday, the day of the Lord.
Look
TV bowling.
He brought his own crowd with him, and he wanted him to cheer him on some more.
Oh, that is what it's all about. Oh, he's going to finish in fashion himself.
Well, again, nobody wants to go away embarrassed. The The double 10-pin miss, the weak 10 in the 8th frame, the strong 10 in the 9th, flagging both of them to the left, actually could have kept him in this game. As a matter of fact, if he'd have carried those shots, Jennifer, he'd be our winner. But if is the biggest little word in the dictionary.
You bet. He's going to get a couple $100 to take away the pain.
174 with a spare. Let's see if he can make this, and it's right in the middle. Kind of in the middle anyway.
And we will be back in just a few minutes, so don't go away. We have the major division coming up.